That's actually really disturbing when you know. Do that again. Put it back where you were in. Wah, 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 wah. For the YouTube audience,
man.
He's got my fat head in front of his skinny head.
Look at Dibbers.
This
Look
guy
at
won't
lettuce.
stop talking. He won't stop talking. Look
You
at
got
him. Look at
major
him.
lettuce on top.
Yep.
Willard and Dibbs in the house. It's a crossover.
Not for long. You don't put that down. I'm walking. I'll walk out of
He's
here.
threatening to walk off.
And I am too. It's gonna be Willard and the goo.
Well, Goo will stay willingly.
Hard to get the guy out of
Something
here
about
some
me
days.
and Willard, what do you get jealous
Goo's like
of?
Francesco. I'll do an 8-hour show. It'll stink for 5, but I'll do one.
That's a 4.
Hey, guys.
I can't work like this.
Like,
Dude, that is. But did you
more
see
specific.
the boss and Lucas put your fat heads on and they did action?
Yeah, which
it was
was-
like you two were talking.
I love that there's probably people out there that don't know what a fat head is, so it just sounds like you're calling us fat heads.
Some of us
There
actually
are our likeness on a giant cardboard cutout.
Yeah,
Some are
giant
blurry.
face.
Some are sharp.
The math is.
Some are from, what, Steiny, would you say that's 2003, that picture?
No, a little more recent.
I'd argue yours, Dibbs, is actually the biggest throwback of the bunch because you're covered in hair.
That's probably from, well, that's Jolo and Dibbs days because Joe Fortenbaugh decided that we should do our team
Look at the
photo
lettuce,
all in
Tiny.
suits. Because, this is what we do on radio, suits.
Boy,
And
that aged
That
well.
was pre-YouTube, though.
Well, and at the time, if you can look on the YouTube audience at the hair, that was right before when we got to the give up portion. Because you see your boy still holding on there, a little bit of front, and then a big wide swath of nothing. There's hair in some
I
spots.
see it.
But now we've gone to the straight give up portion.
Hey, Evan.
Jordan.
I see, Evan read the latest, and I'm hoping he can do it again because that'll be our jumping off point for the discussion from Tom Pelissero.
Yeah, we just talked about it outside.
Okay, let's have Evan.
Shocker.
Evan, read the latest report on Aiyuk, and we'll jump in.
Not a shocker.
The 49ers have made a renewed effort in recent days to strike a long-term deal with wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk. The situation is fluid, and other teams, including Pittsburgh, are still in the mix, but a return to San Francisco appears increasingly possible.
All right.
Episode of Friends, Willard.
Can I
when
add
you
it?
gave it to me, that was it.
Yeah. Can I add a Jordan Schultz tweet?
Sure.
Jordan Schultz, who
Huffington Post?
He does stuff with well, let's see. What does he call himself now? He just calls himself NFL Insider. He was on ESPN. Now he's doing stuff at FS1. Jordan's tapped in. 49ers star Brandon Aiyuk recently had a sit-down meeting with Kyle Shanahan and others in the organization where, quote, some open and candid thoughts were expressed. The two sides have since restarted negotiations on a long-term deal, and there is some optimism that Aiyuk could remain in San Francisco. Situation remains very fluid, but it is a sudden development.
Yeah.
You can call it that all you want. Look how surprised I am.
And I'm right next to you.
Come on, man.
It's not a sudden development.
Well, you actually had this as the third most likely scenario
I did.
just a couple of days ago.
I did.
So you should be somewhat surprised.
Well,
third?
Of the three.
But nothing's happened yet. My
Well, they're
point is
talking now.
Yeah, but again, no, we're just being told things on Twitter. That's what's happening right now.
Andrew
There's-
Filipone.
There never was a trade, and there isn't an extension now.
right.
There's just the same muck that everyone's stuck into, and things being shared publicly by teams or agents who want it shared. That's all that's happening. But the longer we go, and the more we hear, if you want to take sort of an analytical view of this whole thing, don't all four of us agree? Parting makes no sense
None.
for anyone.
I said it 20 minutes ago.
It makes no sense for Brandon Aiyuk to play on a different team this year. For anyone.
Well, unless he's going to make 33 for his new team and 23 for the.
But he
And if
was
that
already
was what he
offered that.
prioritized,
He
then
was
yeah.
offered that, and he said no.
So if he would make 33 for the team he wants to go to,
But this is the team he wants to go to.
Yep.
That's,
He never wanted to leave. They didn't want him
and
to
they don't want
leave.
him to leave.
well, let's not act like they have done. You're right. Let's not act like it's now a done deal.
No, but that's also been
It's better
reported.
than he's
I
traded.
mean, you played it. Barrow said that to us 2 days ago.
What's that?
The 49ers want, the option A is for Brandon to play for the 49ers this year.
Right.
TJ told us yesterday, option one for Brandon is to play for the 49ers over the Steelers.
Okay.
And so you want this and we want this, do this.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. I just.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you.
For what?
I want to spend time with you after the show.
That's really
I didn't like that
heartfelt.
look, to tell you the truth.
Well,
You better be careful.
can't do nothing about it.
Why do you do that anyway?
Because I think
I
it's
like
a
it.
pleasant sound.
And the other
to
day I
people.
had something. I go, Willard does it on his show. I
Yeah.
just popped it open. Let everybody hear.
Isn't that not a sound that makes you happy? I think that makes
Not
people
when I
happy.
know that it is your lightweight seltzer water.
Doesn't
It
matter.
actually makes me angry
Why?
knowing that you're popping open a fizzy water.
We're about to work. What do you want me to do?
I would want you to do that
I want you to
at
act like a
5:55.
professional.
Man,
and quietly
couple
have
minutes
your
for us.
beverage.
Happy Friday, yo.
It's like Brandon Aiyuk. It's a timing thing.
Plus, I did it right when you and Goo started doing like some sort of a what are you looking at? And it was kind of like my way of being like, whoa, buckle up.
It
get
was
your
a
popcorn
side-
ready.
yeah,
Watch
There was a
this.
side eye there. We'll talk about
There's
it
two
later.
people that have spent
Come on,
5 days
brothers
together
now.
and need
Yeah,
a break.
yeah.
That's what happened there.
My
Welcome
list
back.
of what's bugging me is growing
Oh,
with
boy.
every passing moment here on the show.
Oh, boy.
You can't just say
That's coming
me.
up in
That's
7 minutes.
omnipresent for you.
No. You don't, normally you don't bug me. You really bugged me in our meeting before the show.
Why?
That was way out of line. I won't mention it because it will come across wrong.
I tried to build a segment
wow.
around you. What are you
Wow.
talking about?
And
I
that's
came
come-
I came in with a whole idea.
It's a great.
about-
That's a great
Yeah.
idea. It's
I
mean
want-
spirited
I
and it
want-
makes me feel bad
I
about
want to
myself,
feature
but I'm here
Dan
for it.
Dibley. That's what they said. What would you
Wow.
do different on this show? I said feature Dan Dibley.
Did you
more.
really say that, Will?
Yeah.
For 5 minutes once a week. So let's not pretend that it's going to mean more touches.
3 times a week.
MVP
You know what it is?
3 times a
It's
week.
like when Kyle Juszczyk gets that one route. It's a wheel route. When he goes out to block and he's really not blocking,
Steiny's guy.
and it's Juszczyk on the wheel, that's what this basically is. It's one throw every third week. That's what I'm getting.
Oh,
That
come
is
on,
great.
Evan. Really?
What's the problem?
What happened?
He just dropped in front of me the new What's Bugging You read, and I don't like it.
It's no longer tick season.
Do I read it? Isn't.
No.
It isn't.
No, you can hold out.
I got to really read this?
No, you
Show
don't.
business,
What's
baby.
your guy's name at ATCO?
Billy.
Hey, Billy.
You can hold in.
Hey, Billy.
Steiny, I'll read it.
That's a one,
Pass it to
Will.
a professional, a guy who has 6 live reads in the station.
Give it,
Baby
give it all-
Shaq over
give it
there.
over
All
to
right,
Dibs.
coming up at 2, I'll
He's a
read
real
this.
host.
I'll read this.
Yeah.
It
Listen.
was traditional.
I know it was. I'm trying to.
I'm like Eric B. and Rakim up in this piece.
hey,
Paid
thought the
in
exact-
full.
that's
I
a
thought the
throwback.
same-
We
It's an
walk
album.
into a room and Steiny, the salespeople, it's like people we've never met, at least 15 to 20 people. Steiny's first quote is, the reason the show works is he's black and I'm white.
One of the reasons.
Well, dude, everybody look like that's your part, like Steiny. Oh, man. And that's where traditional host was born. When the boss goes, he's not your traditional, which was a compliment.
Oh, I thought it was real host, and I thought it came from me when the 3 of us did a show together.
Oh, no, it was traditional.
I thought
you know
that was
what?
the
He
origin of it.
told the audience.
And you know what? Nahigian's not a real boss either. How about that? Oh, he'll be in here.
That's my
Things.
guy.
3, 2, 1.
Nope.
Here he comes.
Nope.
Look, Steiny, look.
No.
That's gold.
Our
That's
attention swings to Trent Williams.
I mean,
Williams.
well, the tension hasn't gotten off of Brandon
Aiyuk,
Aiyuk
yeah.
yet because
Yeah, you're right.
it's just a report that they're talking. And
But they scored a
I'm
run.
really interested to see. No, they got base runners and scoring. And if they're like the Giants, they're going to strand
Oh,
them.
God.
And that's coming up in a couple hours.
Yeah.
That is their weakness.
Hopefully the 49ers are not
That's a
calling
great
on Mike Yastrzemski or
Exactly.
Matt Chapman to come knock this in.
That's pretty good.
If this thing
God.
does get knocked in, I'm just fascinated to see where the number lands.
too.
Because yesterday, TJ Hushmanzada was very clear about what he thought we were dealing
couldn't
with.
play enough of
26 or 28 million.
Yeah, but you know what? Fair rebuttal to our conversation with TJ is that AAV is one potential tiny piece of this, and Dibs,
Exactly,
you know this
yeah,
better than
yeah.
anyone. Like, you could be like, well, the Niners are at 26 and Brandon's at 28.
Okay.
That's got nothing to do with the guarantees. That has nothing to do with
So
what
you think that's what's hanging this up?
I don't know,
Oh, okay.
but
Well,
I
it
would
could be.
argue
All
that
right.
that's at least
All right.
as, if not more
So it ain't
important
the 26 I
than
hear
the
what you're saying.
26
All right.
versus the 28. Tyreek Hill was publicized 2 years ago for getting 30, but he didn't. And in fact, he just restructured it because it was a bunch of funny money at the end of it. It's what Trent Williams is arguing about right now, 3 years of funny money. And so that's something we don't know anything about. And I mean, the Patriots.
But aren't you tired? Don't you want to
everybody, of course.
That's all.
Of
Topic
course.
fatigue, Dibs.
I mean, I just
Learn
thought
that from you.
I thought we got somewhere after a week of this. I thought we really got somewhere yesterday in talking to TJ. And I know a lot of people took it this way, and you should have known this, as you said, Dibs. Y'all should have known this was coming ahead of time.
It was telegraphed.
We had TJ on to get Brandon's side of the story. Yeah. So a lot of people were like, well, that was a biased interview. Well, yeah.
It was telegraphed to be biased.
We've had the 49er people on, too.
Like having his agent
They
on.
have a microphone every day. Kyle Shanahan after practice. So, yes, this was Brandon's side of the story. And once you get this far into it, talking trade since the draft, Steelers, Commanders, Patriots, Brown, you get this far into it, and both sides are telling you we still want each other. Well, there's your answer.
No doubt about it.
That's your answer. So just go there and hang up the phone with all these other teams.
It made no football sense for him not to be a part of your team.
No.
You know what?
What you
That
got?
possibility I allowed for may actually be right.
Refresh my memory.
I said I'm allowing for the possibility that the 49ers might be closer with
you did say
Aiyuk
it just minutes ago.
than Trent Williams. Not saying it's happening.
But you could, hey,
allow for
well,
I gotta back you up, man.
Can I ask you guys this? To what level do you all think the two are linked, if at all?
I kind of don't.
I've thought that too, but I'm starting to wonder if there's just it's not that they're linked, but that they maybe need to come in a certain order.
Well, it may be fair
like
to
if the
Trent
Niners
Williams
don't
to
want
me.
to do Trent until are we paying Brandon? Are we not paying Brandon?
But it goes to importance too, Willard. Like that's not a slight at Trent Williams. He's the more important player in this.
But if they sign Aiyuk first, it doesn't mean they think Ayuk's a higher priority.
No, but it does give them more budgetary clarity.
Right,
because
exactly.
Ayuk's number this year actually goes down, and then you can see what you have to pay him the next couple of years. Then you can look at Trent and say, all right, Trent, now we know exactly how much we have now and then, as opposed to you give Trent a lot now, and then you realize, oh, shoot, we don't have as much to give Brandon as we thought.
And Trent's is, I would think, Trent's is a lot easier.
Correct.
This is a much less complicated.
Well, you already have him on for 23, so even if you give him 27, you realize it's only 4 more, and so you'll know at that time how much more you'll have to give him once Brandon's done.
We know a lot more about what Brandon wants than what Trent wants. I don't know what Trent wants.
Does he top 3, top 2, or the highest?
Does he, or does he want next year to be guaranteed? I don't know. I don't know. We heard that.
We heard that. Time for the legal.
Yeah.
You are listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM, and HD1 San Francisco, always live on the free Odyssey app, Twitch and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. All right, guys.
That was very traditionally
I thought you were going to do the other one.
No, the what's bugging you?
Yeah.
It's 2:00.
I know.
I was going to lead us right to it because you're afraid of this read. And I was going to do it in Steiny fashion.
I can't wait to hear what it says.
All right, guys.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, it's 2:00 on a
This
Friday.
guy
I did
is
not
such a
want to
D.
do. I love you, buddy.
Time to lay out. Lay out for Dibs.
Guys, it's Friday at 2. It's time to find out what's bugging you. Termites munching, causing you woe? Atco Pest Control, we're pros, you know. Swift Solutions, eco-friendly care. Check out our site for what we prepare. AtcoPestControl.com, where pests beware. I am Dr. Seuss, and I know what's bugging me. Steiny, why don't you go first, buddy?
It is funny.
Let's go, baby.
I thought I nailed the read.
That was great.
On a Friday.
What's bugging me is the phrase "the math works." It's lazy. It's trite. It's meaningless. And it's the kind of thing somebody says when they don't have anything else to say. They don't want to analyze the team. They don't want to analyze the pitching. They don't want to analyze the fielding. Your only statement is the math works. Go a little deeper. I'm going to ask you next week when we host together. Just go a little deeper. That's all.
I want to give you a radio hug because that.
I want to give him the radio right cross.
That was so. the math works symbolizes and comes from a guy that dreams or a gal. And the fact that
Amen.
you can't dream is why you don't like that statement. The obvious and the Dr. Seuss of it all is watch the damn game and you'll know about the pitching and you know what time it is. But when the math is still there, you're still dreaming. Yeah. You ignore what you see and how you change.
There you go.
But as long as the math is still there, Willard, a fan can dream.
I think it's the other side. I think you do the analysis and you do all the work, and yet these naysayers still, and it's like, you know what? The math works. If you just want to step back from your negativity, and I spent 3 days with Dr. Negatron last week, Mark Randy. FP called him out repeatedly.
I didn't like you jumped in. I didn't like I'm mad
FP jumped on him for being so negative.
I heard about this from 3 time zones away.
FP goes, you're the most negative person I've ever heard. And Dibbs was like, yeah, I get him, Karate Kid, finish him.
Sweep the leg, FP. So the phrase "the math works" is simply a punctuation. You know what it is, Steiny?
Oh boy,
it's punctuation sensation.
The math works.
Yep.
Ninth,
or the math is still there.
Yeah, they have the ninth best math.
Right. But it was 14th just a week ago, partner.
Mm-hmm. They were never 14.
Maybe it was 13. Same thing. You know what I mean.
Get it right.
I think we got to go to Fangraphs. Hang on.
What we got? It was 14, I think.
What do you think it is?
Probably up to 17.
I'm saying 24.
Playoff odds
24.
It's a little aggressive.
Okay, you say
17.
You say 24.
15.
15, 17, and 24.
Oh, this is Fangraphs. I'm going 20.
Oh.
Whoa.
Because it was higher than Baseball Reference. 3 days ago.
Wait,
I like my Willie Mays.
You said
24.
You said
Chris Mullen.
You said 17, and you said
who's 20?
My brother Doug was 20. Barry Sanders
is 20.
Well, what'd you originally say?
15.
You should have stuck with it.
Jeff Hosteller.
But wait a minute, Mark.
14.7.
Still, but that's what it was.
That's what it was
initially.
But you don't know what other teams are doing, and
they've gained ground.
But more days on the calendar have gone by.
Ground.
But more days on the calendar have gone by.
Oh, that's true.
There you go.
That's true. I'm not a calculator.
I like that.
I'm telling you what
Guru
Fangraphs
computer
says.
missed gates.
Boy, that
James
stinks.
running by.
They've been hot as hell, and they're still 14-7.
Maybe they were like, we were going to up it to 16, and then Doval blew a save. They still got the win, but it was kind of an annoying win.
So funny.
I don't know how they do this, but that's what they did.
Hey, I missed that.
14.7.
Okay.
Kind of bothers me it didn't go up.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's basically 1 in 7. 1 in 7 chance.
Still less
They
than
got a brutal
Jackson.
schedule in September.
Yeah, they do.
But you got to worry about tonight against Detroit.
But they have
they
have a joke of a schedule for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, Detroit playing
well. They got the A's. They got the A's too.
You said they gave up 4 days ago.
Who, Detroit?
You.
Well, I think they've won 3 of 4 or 4 in a row. I mean, I react to new information.
It's the
You're
realest
welcome,
thing,
Goop.
man.
Can I just lighten the mood with what's bugging me?
I thought it was pretty light.
And this is non-sports and it's brief. And I hope, I know you're not out there listening, this individual, because you can't hear anything. It's motorcycle boombox guy. You're on a motorcycle and you are playing music to the world.
Wow.
You can't hear the music. And all I can hear is run, run, run. And you're absolutely way too loud music. Memo to motorcycle boombox guy, they're called earbuds. Go ahead and get a pair. Keep your music to yourself. You're on a motorcycle or a chopper. You can't hear it. It's the most annoying thing out there on the roads. Motorcycle boombox guy.
Wow. It's bothering me.
It is bothering me.
How do you know that they can't hear it?
Because they can't hear anything. All they can hear is...
No, they can. The loud as that stuff goes, they can hear
No, he meant they can't hear him doing what's bugging you.
Yelling at him,
Yeah.
them. Okay. Alec, have you ever ridden a motorcycle?
Oh, yeah.
You have?
Many times.
Really?
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out East Bay Dragons.
Shout out to multiple motorcycle accidents.
Oh, boy. No fender
Yeah,
benders.
and I decided to hang it up. Yeah. Always a helmet, though.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. Saw a couple people on a scooter today, no helmet, in these main streets.
Did you yell and point at them?
No, I've already told this individual, who may or may not be a coworker, to wear a helmet. And they basically gave me the Heisman. So, all right, you're on your own.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree with you.
My
there.
turn.
That's all you can do, please.
I agree with you there.
I have been putting in work at the gym, 24-hour fitness. And I say that because I get in, I'm Pete Rose. I want to hustle. I want to get to my machine and get out. what's going on now is an epidemic. People are sitting at one station with the look in their eye of thinking about their life and doing everything but exercising. Get your ass in and get out because other people are waiting. Your boy's circling the gym because I need the leg press machine, and guys and gals are just sitting there, and I'm not rude, but I want to knock. You get in, you get out. That's how the gym works. Think about everybody else that's waiting. Get in and get out. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm the gym police. They're there for like 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes. And I want to just Richard Pryor them like, what the F are you doing? Put in work. And they're there. I'm tired of it. It's bugging me. Get in and get out because other people got things and places to do.
That's what those mirrors are there for. You can just look at yourself.
Well, I ain't there yet.
Wow,
They got a long way for that. Yeah.
Boy, that looked good. Yeah. That looked good. I'll do a quick one. Camilo Doval is bugging me.
Wow.
Listen, Camilo Doval is bugging me. This year has been absolutely as awful as it could have been for this kid coming off of an all-star campaign. We've had everything. We've had blown saves. We've had bad attitudes. We've had quirky stuff. I can't pitch with a lead. I can't pitch without my light show.
Remember that?
Like, I have never seen a young player sort of destroy the vibe around him as quickly as Camilo Doval. Coming into this year and even early in the year, if you had asked a Giants fan, like, oh, what are some of the young players you could be excited about? That's a list that's been so hard to build for a while, but he was always a guy you could stick on it for the last couple of years. And I don't know what's happened, and I don't know how much I believe this 10 out of 13 is actually a thing, but they need him, but it feels like they don't have him
He
right
feels
now.
like he has no confidence.
He doesn't. And the fact that someone's warming up behind him as his light show is going on now, good Lord.
That's a good one.
All someone needs to do is pull him aside and in Spanish, I don't know what the translation is, but just let him know the math is there.
Hey, real quick, Dibs. Yeah. We're talking about Kobe Bryant, 4 languages. How many languages do you speak?
Me?
Yeah.
1.
I'm disappointed in you and Steiny. How about you, Willard?
1.
Guru, how about you?
No Spanish, nothing.
I took Spanish.
So did I.
Yeah.
Yo tango as far as I got.
But are you fluent?
No.
Yeah,
and
like I'm not.
But the wordsmith over here and 2 parents being teachers and
there's nothing.
Cliff Clavin over here. I thought you'd know at least 3.
I can understand a lot of French and some Spanish, but both my kids are fluent in Spanish. I took French in high school like an idiot. And that's actually, we'll go ahead and cut that. Yeah. Wait.
Bonjour.
Oh, because I said the math is there.
Wow.
Such a crybaby.
Yeah. Steiny laughed.
I was about to compliment him
He
too.
laughed.
I'm shocked. It's only 1 language for my guy, huh?
Yeah.
That was such a cowardly way to do it.
He
too.
really wanted to
well,
do
no, because he threatened that.
It was wrong.
But he wanted to
Well,
do
no,
it.
he threatened it, but the threat was that he was going to do it before too.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I said, "You won't."
And you know what?
Because you'll
he
get
was the one
crushed.
who brought it back into the parlance.
Exactly.
Wow.
He got what he wanted
On a
Dibs.
Friday.
Yeah.
Right.
There you
On
go.
a
And I was
Friday.
just
We'll be
about to
listening.
compliment him too.
Yeah.
Take his fat head down.
Yeah,
Here,
we'll be
you talk.
listening.
I'm taking his fat head down.
Yeah.
We'll be listening,
Put me
guys.
up there. Put
Keep
me
the
up there,
lights on,
Willard.
yeah.
Put me up there. He loses his Thank you. Put the dibber up there. I used to do mornings. Put me up there with those guys.
At the cafeteria.
So you enjoy Steiny, and I'll enjoy Willard, and I'll do that right here on 95.7 The Game.
This guy is such a D.